Hello, everyone. It is Michelle Litwiller with Owl Star Stampers, and I am here for our Wednesday Facebook Live. Now, I know that we're here a little bit early, and so I appreciate all of you that are able to hop on now, or if you're watching the replay. So, all right, so when you're here, hop on and say hi. I have a really pretty card to share with you, and then some other just things I was playing with earlier today to show you on ways that I use vellum cardstock. So we'll go over that in just a second. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes, or not a few, but a minute or so, and then we'll get started. This is a stamp set that I'm going to be using today. It's called Celebrate Sunflowers. It's in our annual catalog, and it's perfect for fall. So hello, Patricia and Della and Melanie and Margaret, and I saw Barb and Carol. Hi, hello everyone. I'm just going to grab so this is what our vellum cardstock looks like. And hi everyone. I'm just going to try to find it in the book really quick to show you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it so much. Speaking of, last week we did the virtual class for September, and I said to please share the video and go over to YouTube and comment and share. And I had this stamp set right here to give away. This birthday piggy, well, not this one, this is mine. Here's the one I have to give away. This one right here. See, it's brand new. So I had this stamp set to give away, and congratulations to Tara Kelly. You were the winner, and I believe I posted it, and I believe she already sent me her address. But thank you so much. We are nearing 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you for all that you guys do to support me, just by commenting and sharing and giving like thumbs up and subscribing. It just helps it show up, you know, however the algorithms and all that. So this I will send to you, Tara, tomorrow. Yes. And Tara, you might want to get the dies that coordinate with that. They're this month only and while supplies last. Remember, we have those 6 bundles that are the perfect partners anyway. So that's going on. We have our weekly deals going on. Every week there's some products on sale. And then who posted? Lori posted that she's getting her shopping list ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow, for one day only, for 24 hours, all the stamp sets in this book, the annual catalog, this one only, excluding the hostess sets in the back, they're going to be 15% off. So that's an incredible deal. So yes, this would be included in that if you just want the stamp set only. This stamp set I'm showing you would be included, and I have a few others I'm going to show you some samples of as well. So anyway, that is tomorrow only for 15%. And I do have a host code because you guys know if you order from me, I send you thank you cards and little gifts. Always usually a little something extra if it goes over $50. So just keep that in mind. And if you go over $150, you will get the Stampin' rewards. So please take advantage of that. All right, so here on page, I'm going to move this code up. Well, I guess I'll leave it there for a second. But on page 140 of our annual catalog, this is where you can find the vellum cardstock up here. So we have up here our basic white and vanilla, and then we have that in regular and thick, and then 12 by 12. And then underneath here is the vellum cardstock. It's $10 and you get 20 sheets. So I made that card last week with the leaf. So check that out if you missed it. The base of the card was made out of vellum. And so ever since then, I've been just thinking about how pretty vellum is. I use it actually all the time for layers and labels and stuff. But I thought of some different ways to use it today. So this is what it comes if you get a pack. Some of you got a half a pack because you ordered during the virtual sale or my virtual class last week, and your order went up over. So anyway, that's the Vellum cardstock. So now let's get creating. So I have to cut all these pieces because you guys, I had an appointment, and it just, you know, traffic and everything goes a little bit late. So I did not get all my pieces cut. So we're just going to create it all together. But this is a piece of vellum that measures 5 inches by 3 3/4. And so we are going to stamp on this. If I can get a piece of little grid paper here. I don't know if you can't really see that well. But here's what the vellum, so vellum is just kind of like a transparent piece of paper, and this vellum is 40 pounds. Somebody just recently asked me, so it's actually quite heavy compared to other vellums. Our Stampin' Up! Paper is like the best on the market. Like that's just all there is to it. So we're going to stamp on here. The first thing we're going to do though is we have an embossing little kit. We're going to be embossing on this. So it has a little embossing buddy. It has these little tweezers. There's a brush. Did I bring the brush? Probably not. It's probably over on the other counter. And then it has a little tray. And I grabbed some gold metallic, and then I just always have a spoon in there. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover this piece of vellum with this. Now, what is this going to do? Several of you probably know and can explain it way better than me, but this is just going to help reduce any static, make sure that the powder sticks where it needs to stick, and all that fun stuff. So it's really good to use that. So again, this stamp set, Celebrate Sunflowers, is our annual catalog. There are dies that coordinate with it. We're not using the dies. You will need your Versamark stamp pad. This again is in our annual catalog, and this is just a water, it will create like a watermark. It's a sticky ink so that the powder will stick to it. So I'm just inking this up, and I think I'm actually going to put this underneath so I can kind of see a little bit better, and maybe this will help you guys to see as well. And I'm going to stamp this large sunflower right on here, like that, kind of off to the side. I'm going to stamp it and hold it for a second. All right, and then when I lift it up, you can't really see anything, but if I turn it, you kind of can see the image right there. Do you see that? Like, it is there. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our tray here, and I'm going to move this all out of the way. I'm going to use gold embossing powder. Okay, I did my sample in black. I've been using white today. I've been really playing around with this. So I will show you all the different things. So I just literally dumped out like the whole bottle. You don't have to do all that, but that's what I did. And then I'm going to try to pour most of it back in, and I'm going to tap that out. So this is what it looks like. Not very much to it, right? But wait. You just wait. I know you guys have probably seen me do this. So we have a heat tool. Again, it's in our big book. I'm going to turn this on 2. There's 2 settings. And you're going to watch this turn from a dull brown to a pretty shiny gold. And you just want to move it around so it won't burn your paper. This will just take a second and you'll see all the magic happening. It's starting. Do you see it happening, the magic? Okay, let me know if you guys love heat embossing. It is so cool. Like, look at this. How cool. Okay. You just got to get this end right here. Okay. So that's it. here is our beautiful gold sunflower. Okay, you could totally leave this just like that. We're going to stamp some words on here, so I'm just doing that. I don't know, will these fit? Maybe, yeah, I think they'll fit. We're gonna make them fit. Okay, I got a lot of that stuff on there. Thank you for subscribing, Melanie. We're gonna stamp the words over here now. And then, excuse me, I had a tickle in my throat. I'm gonna take the leaf and I'm going to stamp a couple of leaves, and they might go off the paper, and that's totally okay. You could mask, but this is pretty, not, I can line it up, I think, pretty good. So there is that leaf, and then I'm going to do one more down here, and then we'll add our powder. So I'm just trying to get that point of this kind of right in there. You could use your masking paper. Goodness. All right. So now we have this. Now let's add our powder over these pieces that we just stamped. You could do this all at once. I did it in layers. All right. And it looks like it covered it all pretty darn good. Okay. Now what you're going to do is, you know, take this and pour this back into your container. I like to use kind of like little plastic Tupperware dishes, but whatever. I got to clean this out better, but for the video, I'm moving on. Okay, so now we're going to just heat this up. Okay, there we have it. So now we have the front of our card done. Now this is actually so pretty just in the gold, or you could do silver, so many colors, but this says congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful. So I really like this one. Let's celebrate you. Thanks a bunch and know you are loved. And there's a little sunflower here too with some little leaves. All right, so I'm gonna close up my Versamark pad. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is, again, it's been fun just to play around and see how each one turns out. So what you're going to do from here is grab some of your alcohol markers, Stampin' Blend markers, and I have Daffodil Delight and Old Olive, and we're going to color this in. And I have Crumb Cake as well, or Soft Suede. Oh, here's the little brush that comes with it too. I did have it. It just slid off. So you just go over here and you're going to color in this sunflower. Now, as you color it in, the embossing powder keeps, or the embossing, where we emboss, keeps it in the lines. So it's kind of hard to like make a mistake. You know, sometimes if you color, you can go out of the lines with these or it bleeds. This keeps it right in where you want it to be. So you're just going to color this in. Do you see how this is coloring? All right, I'm going to color this. And have any of you done this before? I feel like I might have a really, really long time ago. But then I almost think, did I really do that? Or did I just think, did I watch somebody else do that and then never really did it? I don't know. But I think this would be pretty just leaving it gold and not coloring it in. Like I said, there's so many different ways you can do this. But this is, I wanted to show you how you can color on top with heat powder. And I'll show you some other things I did, like I said. I won't actually like make them, but I'll show you and explain at the end. So I'm almost done coloring this in. But then we're going to, I'm going to go over another layer, well, parts of it. I'm going to take my soft suede, this is a brown, and kind of go in there like that. Okay. I feel like I got, that's like really wet, so I'm going to take a little wipe, or if I had a napkin, I'm just going to kind of like wipe a little off because it was, so this is kind of what it looks like now. And then we're going to take the old olive, this is a dark old olive, and I'm going to color in the leaf, both of them. So there's one and here's the other. If you know anybody that has like an anniversary or wedding, this would be a really pretty wedding card too, with like in the metallics. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, what you can also do is let's take some Calypso Coral and just add, well, this one doesn't work. That one I need to replace. So I have the dark. Let's hope I don't. I'm going to add a little bit of Calypso Coral around here. Like, can you see that? I did little dashes, but then I'm going to take my yellow and blend that out to give it a little bit of a deeper color. And we're just going to fade. Do you see how, well, you can't. Let me grab. You can see how that added a little, it's hard. It just adds a little more dimension to this flower. So now that I did that, I got to do the rest. So I'm just going to add a few little dashes along. So like little dashes like that. And then you're going to take your yellow, the dark, and kind of blend that in and out. I didn't do that on my other card, but I really like how that looks. It's not like too orangey, but it's just another way to add a little bit of color. And then we need to add a little bit down here. All right. And then we're gonna blend that out. So again, that was dark Calypso Coral, and this is my dark Daffodil Delight. And I'm just using that to give some dimension to my sunflower. All right. So let me pick it up and show you and put the top on. Whoops, I just put the wrong colors on. Okay. What is this color? Daffodil Delight. I just put the right caps on the right marker. There we go. All right. So here's what we have so far. And look it. I got some yellow on here. So you don't want to do that. Like, oh, yep, see that yellow right there? Look it, I smudged it right there. So don't do that when you make yours. But the flower looks really, really cool. I'll try to take a good picture. All right, so next up, to finish off the card, we are going to, I need my paper trimmer. And I don't know how, of course whatever, got ink on my hand. Okay, I'm gonna cut this down to 5 1/4, which it's 5 1/4 by 4. And again, I'm doing this one slightly different than the one I showed you a sneak peek of. And I wonder if I took rubbing alcohol on there, if that would lift that color. Oh, my color lifter. Let's try that. Well, this seems to be like totally dried up too. Where's all my good markers? Here it is. Maybe the color lifter will. Oh, it does. It's taking that off. Way to use my little brain. hopefully it didn't take the shine away. I don't think it did. It kind of blended that out. So there, I fixed that with my color lifter. Okay, so now we have this. And how I'm going to attach it, because what you don't want to do is take your adhesive and run it across, because you'll be able to see through. Although I found that the Stampin' Seal works really well at like hiding any lines. So what I'm going to do is take mini glue dots and put a few of these on. And because it's colored, you can't really tell. All right, so I'm going to add probably like 5 mini glue dots. Kind of like 3 in the back of the flower and 1 on each of the leaves. And then we're going to take this and we're going to layer this on here like so. You can still see a little bit of that marker, but definitely try to get the color off. All right. So here's where we're at. And now I'm going to take my linen thread, because I love this stuff and I want it to be like a little more rustic. It did, okay, so the blender pen took a little bit of the shine off of that embossing powder. So just be aware of that. I'm going to wrap this around the side 3 times and tie a bow. Okay. But it looks better to me because I don't have that little yellow smudge that I got on there. So that the ink really did kind of be on the top of this paper. It took a second to dry, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And now we're going to cut the ends here. And then, so we have this bow, and you can kind of move these over. Now we need a card base, right? So let's grab, I'm just going to grab one of my favorites, crumb cake. I love crumb cake. And I'm going to cut this in half. So this is just a regular sheet of paper. I get asked every so often, how do you make a card base? You just take a sheet of paper and cut it in half. So on the 11-inch side, it's at 5 1/2. If you want it to go the other way, you cut it at 4 1/4. So pretty easy. So we're going to take this, and now, look, I got stuff everywhere. I'm going to fold this over. I left all my tools at a different station. We're going to take this, pop it over, and add dimensionals. 1. All right. And then I will show you the other cards. You'll have to let me know which one is your favorite and if you want to try this. Okay, so we're going to pop this down like so. Like, I wish you could see all, like, the colors we added from these, blending these 2 markers together. It looks really, really pretty. And then we're going to take these sequins. These are in our mini catalog, the holiday one. They're with kind of like the candy cane stuff, and they're gold. So we're going to add a couple sequins. Guess what? Sequins, rhinestones, gems, they're really good at hiding mistakes as well. So always remember that. I'm going to put another bigger one up here. And there is our card. Oh my gosh, I wish you were sitting here in person so you could see the beauty of this card with that heat emboss on vellum. So this one I did a 1/4 inch smaller so that you could actually see the vellum on the white. So you can see there's like a layer on a layer. Now, the one I did earlier, let me know what you think of this. I did the same thing that we just did, but I used black embossing powder, okay? And then it looked like this. So this is really dark, which I still like it. And I did the layers exactly the same. So I felt like you couldn't see as much yellow in the sunflower just because of how the stamp is. It just was really dark, but although I do really like it, this is what it looks like in the black with I only use the Daffodil Delight Dark, but it's still stamped on vellum like that. So there's like two, and I think I wanted to try it in white, like a white embossing powder, but again, I was running out of time. But there's like two different ways, okay, to heat emboss and then color right on top. So something else I did, because I thought, I was like trying to think of all these different things, is I took this stamp set, Color and Contour. This stamp set, again, is in our annual catalog, and so it will be on sale tomorrow, too, for 15% off. And I used a couple different stamps in here. I did a few different things with this one. So I took a piece of vellum, and I heat embossed it in black again. So see, it's embossed. Let's do it the right way. But then what I did is I flipped it upside down, and you color on the back side with your markers. And so like that, but then when you turn it over, it's a little bit of a softer look. So that is another way you can do vellum. So it's heat emboss. See, it's really shiny, but I colored on the back instead of the front. Now, again, I had a couple appointments today, so I didn't have time, but you can layer that onto your card. You can make a card, you know, with this as well. Just another way to do that. And then another way to use the vellum, I took, well, here's another card I was making. So using the same stamp set right here, this image right here, I just made a card, like, so, you know, I have a card base right here, and I have a little card in here. So I stamped this first, and then I glued this down, and then I stamped right over it because it's an outline image. And I stamped, it's in white, so very happy for you. But then it's kind of like this whole thing, you have the color on top, and so it's like a little bit brighter when you open it up. Now, I didn't finish this card either. I was just kind of like playing around with stuff, but that is kind of a fun, little fun thing too. And then, yeah, and then here's another one where I was doing the same thing, but this stamp set is called, I was using a lot of florals today, Flowers of Friendship from the annual catalog, because I wanted little flowers I could color in or like color on the vellum, and so that's what I was going for. So my whole point is that vellum is really cool, it's really fun, and that there's a lot of things you can do with it other than, mostly what I do is I will cut a circle or whatever and put it on and use it to like soften up paper, but you can do a lot of really cool things with it as well, and even heat emboss and color it several different ways. And each time, like, this is the same, but it looks totally different with the powders and the colors that you choose. So let me show you two more things. Let me go grab it really quick. So wait, just 1 second. I forgot them in the other room. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I forgot to grab these other little sample things to show you. But like on these cards, There's remember a little piece of vellum back here, and that just softens up the designer paper. And then the same on here, just a little circle above the little sentiment. And then last week I also made this card, which is what inspired me to start all of it, with the actual vellum card base. And then we didn't stamp on the vellum at all. We just stamped on vanilla, but left that really pretty layer around for the card base. So I hope that's giving you a lot of ideas on how to use some vellum in your card making and your crafting. I can't wait to finish up these cards, add like some more things to them. But I hope that you like this video. Ooh, it went out of focus. If you want to do any online ordering, again, tomorrow is the 24-hour stamp sale. You can get all the stamps in the annual catalog 15% off, minus the host ones. That doesn't, and it's only tomorrow. And I have no idea if things will like sell out or not. So I would just get your orders in early if you can. The earlier is always the better. What else is there? I'm trying to think. I'm working on a Halloween stamp camp. I keep getting interrupted, but I'm hoping to have that designed really soon so that I can get that out for you guys. Oh, I didn't see any of your comments. Anyway, so now they all like popped up. So I'll go through and watch on your comments. What else is there? Okay, so tomorrow, what time? I don't know. I'm guessing at 12 a.m. on, is it Mountain Time where Utah is what I'm guessing. But I guess I should have looked up. I will look into that and let you know for sure. But it's tomorrow, September, let me say the right date, 15th, 2020. So if you're watching the replay, it's only for September 15th, 2020. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Tonight is a powder puff football game for the high school, and I am working in the concession stand for the cross country team. So that is why I came on early, because I will be there from 6 to 9. So thank you for joining me early. I've never worked a concession stand before, so hopefully it all goes well. And yeah, I will see you guys, if not before, next week. And just be on my email list if you're not already. It's just Owl Star Stampers. And be looking for I have some classes that might be coming up again, the Halloween one, I know. And so yeah, I will see you guys then. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.